Oh. Balcony. Very loud one. Possible escape route. Get a bit wet, but it is very feasible. Alright, so we have a possible escape route. A very fancy window. Probably deeper into the tower. That other door went out. That's what was barred before. Right then. My sixth sense for shiny things is tingling a bit. Where is it? It certainly must be somewhere nearby. Not that I'm not going to ransack this entire location, I suppose. Inigo, if you knock me off, I swear I will turn you into a coat. Now then, what is the best way up? I could easily jump up there, but I feel like that's... Ah, here we are. There's probably guards around here as well. Well, now that looks very promising. Shiny things before all else. Gallus would probably be quite proud. There we are. I had to put some of that armor away, but I didn't really need it in the first place, that's fine. Another roll of paper. Lots of paper, actually. I suppose I didn't need to grab. Perfect. Charcoal. Hopefully you don't turn on. What drove me out of the last one of these I was in. Nothing of use there. Take that. Ooh, I'll take all of that. And all of that. Nothing useful. Sacks are always useful. More gems. So gems are always... That's nice. That's good. Well made, and they actually fetched a decent price. Gems. I don't have time to go fiddling around with those. Right. Not what I'm looking for, though. Need something to write down the research once I find it, so I found that much. Oh! Oh! Well, now. Let's see. If he's researching this, that looks like quite a bit of text. Then what I need to do is take this paper and run the charcoal over. Hopefully I have enough. Perfect.
Spread out and search the tower.
Oh. Of course. Right then. Label Frank.
Pedro, what a day.
I might be able to just get out of here. No, it's here. Just go all the way around, please, and thank you. It's going to be a bit of a run. Oh, well, alright. We're going the old-fashioned way then. That escape tunnel is right down here. Not really a tunnel, but Alright, well, this is very risky. Let's do this first. Alright. Well, in you go. I hope you find your own way out. Ah. Because I am not going to be able to babysit you. Oh, well, alright. Not the worst situation. As long as I keep my head down. Oh. Well, not my most elegant escape, but it'll do. Just avert your eyes. Walk nice and casually, put the weapon away, Wolfric. You're definitely rusty. Find the gate and get out of town. Alright, well, that wasn't my most glorious escape attempt, but it worked, and Inigo's caught up to me. Hello, sir.
Sure is a beauty. No doubt about that.
It is quite lovely. I also might have a bounty here now, we'll see. I'd like to hire your carriage, please. I need to head back to... Oh, Winterhold. Oh, my brain. I need to return to Enthia, I believe. 50 gold for that, hmm? No, I suppose, considering its location, that's fair. Yeah, indeed. I'll manage, I suppose. Right then. Oh god, it's cold again. I passed out. It seems sleep is an excellent way to endure this cold.
Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I somehow doubt that at this point. I've seen your beds. Surely in there is around here somewhere. In there? No, not in there. Perhaps he's wandering about the town? Well, frankly, I am absolutely exhausted, so...
If there's anything you
fine.
need, just let me know.
I just like a room, frankly.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I appreciate it.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I wonder when they last cleaned their mugs here.
I don't want to know, Inigo. I will probably be eating and sleeping, and we'll wait to see if Enthia comes about. Right then, sorry for the delay, but you could have left a note saying, hey, come to the basement, instead of just assuming that's where I'd go. Whatever. Right then, and there.
Back, eh? And how was our friend Caselmo?
May have slaughtered half of his men, may have stolen much of his stuff, but this should help translate. Gallus's journal? On the right side.
I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I simply won't. A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes.
It's, quite the story, but I don't think you'd find it very interesting.
I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please.
Of course. Kalia.
This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enther? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enther. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enther. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word.
Interesting. Twilight skin. No, we're going to have a talk, Carlia. And that?
Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor.
Of course. Thank you, Enther. Your help's been very much required.
If you ever manage to gain entry to the college, and you find trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becoming a burden, come visit me. I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate that, though I don't know if I'll be partaking of the college's knowledge. I suppose we'll find out. Thank you for your time once more, Enther.
If you have further need of me, you can find me in the college.
Of course.
You must
Carlia.
hasten to Riften before Mercer can do any more damage to the Guild.
Gallus's journal mentioned the Twilight Sepulchre. Sepulchre? However you wish to pronounce it. What exactly
We've
is
come
that?
this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives.
Oh. So Nocturnal does have a temple. I guess that means those tales about the Nightingales might actually be, quite true then. Interesting. Why does it require this form of protection, though? That seems a bit odd. It's not as though many people wish to desecrate a divine... Well, she's not technically a divine, whatever. A god's temple. And the few that do usually end up very dead.
Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulchre. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect.
Oh, lovely. I will say, though, I never actually thought that the Nightingales were true. On one hand, because very few thieves can connect faith with thievery. On the other hand, though, I can't see the appeal. Nocturna is luck incarnate. She is fate. I can see how that would be tightly woven in with, well,
I felt the
thievery.
same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean.
I would say I'd understand everything a bit better if there was less mystery involved, considering how little I actually know about these
As a
Nightingales.
Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulchre. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me.
Oh, very well. It's only because you're cute and I like your abilities, though. And you're quite intelligent, so that helps, I suppose.
I'll make for Riften and scout the situation. See if I can discover what Mercer's up to. When you're ready, meet me at the Ragged Flagon. In the meantime, I wanted you to have this. It belonged to Gallus, but given the circumstances, I think he'd approve.
I'll put it to good use, thank you, Carlisle.
If the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
So be it, if that's what it comes to. Now, what is this sword? Oh, it's got an incredibly potent enchantment. Good lord. Oh, the divines. well, that's clearly going to be replacing my little glass sword. Just out of curiosity. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. It's sleek, dark. Oh yes, that will do very nicely. Right then. Well, I suppose...
You want to ask me something?
Inigo? Yes, I'd like to trade some
You
things
want me
with
to lighten your load?
In a manner of speaking, I'm going to be giving you a new weapon to use. My old one, to be precise. Let's see here. Although, I don't know, with your enchantments... No. Which one? I think this will do fine. And I will take that piece as well. There we are.
Okay then.
Does look quite odd on you, I will say. The green doesn't match with your color at all. But it's a good weapon, so it will do. Now then, I've eaten, I've rested. I suppose it's time we head back to Riften. Interesting, to say the least. Especially since I don't believe I saw a stable on my way here. Yes, no stable. Alright, well. Time to make a run. And let that red god blood start burning. More Nordic blood, perhaps? I don't know for certain. I'm going to have to make my way to Windhelm. This is going to be quite the run. Oh well. So be it. Alright. It's so much later in the day now. But there's Windhelm. Let's get to the city of the races. Get to that damn horse so I don't have to run the rest of the way. Perhaps it would be worth buying my own? I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't really have a place to keep it right now. Hello, good sir.
Need a ride?
Yes, please.
Where do you want to go?
I need to head to Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
There's your gold, sir. Thank you very much. Here we go, Inigo.
There once was a hero named Ragnar, riding to right one from all.
Alright then. Well, this will either go absolutely horridly, or very smoothly. Hopefully they'll see reason, since I'm the reason they are still properly functional at all. Now, I could go through the side entrance, but frankly, I think it'd be a better idea to go the standard way. What is with all this fog? I suppose it happens on occasion. Alright, in we go. Well, there's that familiar scent. It's a bit odd that I've gotten used to it. In a way, it smells like home. For better or worse. Right then. No weapons drawn, Inigo. We need to make it clear We don't want to cause harm if we can avoid it. Carlia?
I'm glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the guild?
Of course. Let's
Keep
go.
your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the system.
We'll certainly find out. Probably a lot of questions and anger. But I'm with you all the way. We'll be fine. All the core members aren't here, it seems.
You better have a
Hello,
damn good reason
Brynjolf.
to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you
Just to
speak
make
of?
it clear, you won't. Shall we? Hello, Brynjolf. Let's have a chat,
I have
shall we?
Dallas's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see.
Well,
No,
you can at least.
It can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
The door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
You didn't need to pick them up.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I'm actually curious about this. He did some tricks with the gates as well when we were on that
Use
mission
one.
together.
But the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
Interesting. He must have something that lets him bypass locks of some sort.
98. It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
Oh, everything?
The gold. It's yours. It's all gone.
Good to know he left the
Son of a
steel
bitch.
weapons.
I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon.
Oh, I do
If
love
you see
you.
Mercer, come tell me right away.
Well, that's that at least, eh, Carlisle? I'll speak to Bryn for you, though.
You're back.
Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything.
To be fair, not much. Let's see. First, Carlisle was behind Golden Glow and
Trying to make
Honeybrew.
Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass.
Nope.
Is there anything
Hello,
else?
Delvin. Well, obviously, Mercer killed Gallus,
Aye.
not Carlisle.
I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the guild. Anything else?
Yes, and finally, of course, Gallus and Carlisle, as well as Mercer, were apparently nightingales. Seems that little group actually exists. Or existed? It's hard to say
What?
now.
Nightingales. But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you?
No, that's
Then I
about
have an
it.
important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone.
He has a house in
Aye.
Riften?
A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. Place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Vold to guard the place.
Interesting. I'll take care of it.
Lad. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way.
Fair enough, considering the situation. What would you think is the best way to get into
Good
this
question.
map?
I've only set foot inside a few times myself, and that was in Mercer's company. If you can get past his trained watchdog, I think your best bet might be the ramp to the second-floor balcony in his backyard.
I don't suppose this ramp is an easy access point,
No.
though.
It's some sort of crazy contraption Mercer commissioned for quick escapes. I'd wager a well-placed shot at the ramp's mechanism would lower it in a hurry.
Fair enough. I've gotten quite good at the little shot. You mentioned a watchdog.
That'd be Bald. A real piece of work, that one. Mercer's holding something over his head, keeping him loyal. Talk to Vex. She used to know him very well, if you catch my meaning.
Ah, interesting. Well, thank you. I can tell what's missing from Bolt to everything, so there's that. Right, I'll get on it, Bryn. Thank you for at least being relatively reasonable when I walked in with someone that you thought was a murderer. I will say, I never understood why Gallus was the leader and not you. Whatever. I'll be on my way. I've got a job to do.
Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else to that madman.
Oh, trust me. You won't be losing me. Right, a nice, well-placed shot might be the end for him. Carly, dear?
Brynjolf has an open mind, or that could have gotten bloody.
I'm in agreement. Well, you hang tight here. I'm going to go see about a guest. And perhaps sell some of this crap I've accumulated. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. If you'd like to see future content, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. If you'd like access to bonus content, such as special privileges on my personal Discord, extra information on my stories and world building, or perhaps simply wish to support my work here, please consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. Thank you for all your time, and I can't wait to see you in the next chapter of our story.